各位大家好谢谢你们来收看我这个赛后幕后须知的视频。OK， 这个视频actually我们包括了很多那些我们的设计、我们的研究，还有我们的分析。好，在每一场里面，我们都会评论一些马匹的状态、马匹的实际价钱，还有马匹是否可以赢这场比赛，还有他们的这个评分我们做一个 ranking， 所以你看到这个 ranking， 你就大概看到那些前10名都会变青色了，所以给你们大概知道是说我们怎么估计这个比赛怎么跑，但事事往往如果是在临场的时候，东西都会有变数，每一场比赛的变数都不一样，因为每一场单数还有外面的人他们怎么出单，他们怎么去运作和幕后操纵这些赛马都是不一样的。所以我就特地放了一些国际的那些票数单数他们怎么走，他们开关到最后1分钟，等你可以从那边做一个比较和分析。OK， 这个赛后幕后的资料是利于那些比较喜欢研究到底后面是什么一回事。有些人是赢了钱但他们是可能是盲目跟从，有些人是输了钱，但不知为了如何他们输掉那些钱。所以这些资料可以让你们知道更深层的认识赛马幕后的操纵。所以这些对你们来讲其实是一个很有帮助的一些资料，希望大家可以好好的研究观看我的视频但千万别忘记帮我点赞还有 subscribe 如果你们有什么问题的话，可以在 video 下面做 comments 我的华文其实不是说很强啦，但是我需要用华文来跟你们沟通一下，因为大致上我的观众都是华文的听众，所以如果那些有要听英文的版本，可能以后我会做一个视频在英文啦。好再一次谢谢你们的观看如果讲得不好，请多多见谅。谢谢。
这是我们的第1场的分析电脑排名评语价格估计。当你和右边有国际临场价格波动比较它的变化，你就会看得更清楚如何一场马幕后的运作。一旦你实况了解后，你可以在每期我们赛前所提供的资料做一样的分析，这样一来必可为你省下更多时间与金钱。接下来我们会重播第1场赛事的精彩片段，希望观众会喜爱我们的这样的一个呈现方式，请观众们能都多多按赞与多多分享出去。
Signals given. Starter presses a button and they've broken a beautiful line. Sunstep began well from the inside, as to Golden Dash. These are the ones we expected to go forward. Orion Passion looking to get up there in that leading bunch. And they're tearing away now here over Lim Zoom. Fabu showing speed in 4th, out wide City Gate. Back then to David Sling, who's been well supported. He's back towards the tail of the field. Fast and Fearless out wide. And then we have Mr. Big Brother, and at the tail of the field is Lim's Pride. They set forward in the first 300 in 1878 as they start to head to the 600-metre mark. Sunstep sees them out. Golden Dash in 2nd, Orion Passion 3 wide in 3rd, Fabu 4th and even wider. Back then to Lim Zoom getting a nice run. David Sling's made up a bit of ground. Mr. Big Brother on the fence, and back then to City Gate. Fast and Fearless getting a shake-up out wide in the middle of a track. And Lim's Pride's going to see them all. He's going to have to come from last. They set sail for home here in the first. Sunstep getting a bit of a shake-up in front. Lim Zoom back to the inside fence, starting the peg back the margin. Golden Dash going on the 1 spot. These 3 look to be drawing away. Fast and Fearless making up ground out wide. They come into the last 100 metres. Sunstep still. Lim Zoom driving up on the fence. Fast and Fearless out wide. They go to the line. line. Oh, it's close. I reckon maybe Lim Zoom on the inside fence. He might have just got the bob over Sunstep, who was just failing in the end. Fast and Fearless ran on for third. Back then on the inside fence, Mr. Big Brothers caught the eye and made up some ground. Golden Dash, Farbu. Pulling up there is Lim's Pride with Orion Passion, who was stopping quickly. And David Sling, well, he was never really a factor in the home straight. Signals given. He presses a button and away they go. GG Star under hard riding, coming across from a wide gate to lead him up here. Then we have Superior Coat. The Nunez just giving him a shove to get up there, and Fiddlesticks using that inside rail with Supermax to try and hold him out. Out wide, Diamond Ring looking to come across in a 4-5 wide position. Alexander's caught out on a limb and just looking to over race in that middle stage. Back then on the inside fence, we have Lim Shot, and towards the tail enders, Legenda, Super Talent, and Fight to Victory is at the tail. First 424.26, so skiddling along here in race number 2. GG Star did a bit of work to get to the front. Diamond Ring's just out wide in second. Back then to Fiddlestick on the fence. Superior Coats under hard riding already, but starting to make a bit of ground up. Back then to Supermax. Alexander's caught out wide. Lim Shot digging up inside of him. Legenda under hard riding towards the tail with Fight to Victory. And Super Talent's going to see them all as they swing for home in race 2. GG Star still in front. Diamond Ring's giving chase and looking to go past. Superior Coats taking over now. Nunez gives him a couple of taps on the backside and skips away from those other two. Giving chase Supermax out in the middle of the track. Legenda switches back to the inside, but as they come into the last 130 metres, Superior Coat, he gets about a 3-length break on him, and Nunez set sail for home here in race 2, and that gives him his first win on the day and eases up on the line. Supermax got in for second. A line of horses, Fight to Victory, really caught the eye, making up ground out wide. He's finished alongside Lim Shot, Super Talent. Back to the inside fence, Legenda. GG Star knocked up, as too did Diamond Ring after setting a cracking tempo. And then back then to Alexander. He was never a factor. He over-raced early and was caught wide. And Fiddlestick, he's going to be one of the first to pull up. They're set now. He presses a button and away they go. Sign Royal Orchid beginning well from the inside, but Magnifique showing speed with the blinkers back on today. Sun Rectitude amongst those looking for speed. Out wide, Big Tiger looking to join the party, and he's racing there. Dropping back is Rocket Ryan. Quadcopter midfield, 3 wide at this stage, with Superlative dropping back. Captain Singapore just behind him. We Can Do out 3 wide, as to is Wild Bee and Aftermath at the tail of the field. So they start to make their point for the first turn here in race number 3. First 424.23, and it's Magnifique who sees away. Big Tiger's moved up to second. Sign Royal Orchid getting the dream run in third. Back then to first bowl. Outside of them, Sun Rectitude. Quadcopter out on a 3 wide path. Rocket Ryan back on the field. Wild Bee out wide looking to make a run. We Can Do under hard riding. And on the inside, Captain Singapore looking to take the shortcuts, and Aftermath is last of all. They swing for home. It's Magnifique in front. Big Tigers travelling well into second. Sign Royal Orchid switches back to the inside. Out wide first bowl. Rocket Ryan starting to peak up in between runners. And out wide Quadcopter, but it's Big Tiger drawing away here in race number 3. He gets about a 3-length margin on Sign Royal Orchid as 2 Quadcopter making up ground, but that's 3 in a row for Big Tiger, and he's going to win it comfortably in a nice ride. Quadcopter got second. Sign Royal Orchid in third, boxed away well in for that minor placing. We Can Do made up a bit of ground out wide, and as 2 did Rocket Ryan, pulling up there with Superlative. First bowl outside of him. Back then we have Rocket Ryan, Sun Rectitude, Aftermath. Out wide is Wild Bee, and pulling up at the tail quickly is Captain Singapore. He presses a button and away they go, and they broke in a good line. Split second, getting hard riding in the early stages. He just sort of came out a little bit flat-footed as Atlas rolls to the lead, but he's going to have a little bit of company as Centurion looks to come across. And then we have a line of horses. Back then out wide is Fortune Star, Lion Spirit. And on the inside fence, Sound the Siren. Sir Elton's in a spot midfield, one off. Split second, just over racing a little bit after getting a shake-up. King's Speech is going to sit second last. And at the tail of the field, Larry, the old boy's going to see them all as they swing around the corner. Atlas leads them out here in the 1,800-metre race of the day. And they're swinging around the back straight. He sees them out with, on his outside, Fortune Star, just 3/4 of a length away. Centurion gets a dream run in third. Out there is Lion Spirit in fourth. Sound the Siren on the inside fence for Co. Sir Elton gets a lovely run midfield and settles well for Bayliss. King's Speech moves up now outside of him. And at the tail end, we have the stablemates of Split Second and Larry. So they swing down to the back straight, and it is a long one here at Cranji on the poly track. And Atlas gets a nice easy lead in front for Geraldine Siao. She's a great rider of front runners, and she sees them out here as the move comes now from King's Speech. Nunez injects a little bit of pace into the race. He didn't like the walking tempo, so he's overtaken him here. Back in third, we have Fortune Star. Getting under a niggle now is Centurion, as to Lion Spirit. A lot of these have been put off the bit from that move. Sir Elton looks to be going on the one spot, as too is Larry. Split Second's got a bit of ground to make up, as too is Sound the Siren, who's lost his position and drifted back. They turn for home, and it's King's Speech in front. Getting a shake-up is Fortune Star. Atlas comes back for another run on the inside. He's not done with yet. Back then, behind them, we have Centurion making up ground. Lion Spirit, we're Split Second. He's slowly starting to peg the margin back. And out wide, old Larry. This race has really changed in context. Out wide, Centurion overtakes Fortune Star. But on the outside, it's going to be Centurion who gets it on the line. And he beats Fortune Star in for second. Third went the way of Lion Spirit in a race that really changed. Split Second looks to have got fourth. Atlas didn't really finish off in the end. And then behind them, Sir Elton was never a factor once that race speed kicked up. And then we have King's Speech, who made the move. He's finished third last there with Larry and Sound the Siren at the tail of the field. Starter John Pepe casts his eye over him from the back, puts the flag up, he presses a button and away they go. Halushka's getting hard ridden, but King Zoostar beat him out for speed. He's just looking to go forward, these two, but Halushka's going to beat him for that early toe. King Zoostar camps in second. Back then to Beer Garden, who jumped away well, but he's just 3 wide marginally at the moment. As to his Quarat wider and even wider Night Love. So they're all holding each other out. Here is Circuit Star is even wider and looking to try and get in. Northern Sun's going to settle towards the tail, and Star Empire, he's last and getting a hard ride there from Mark Yu as they run the first 424.65. So not our quickest of the day. Halushka sees him out. King Zoostar, your race favourite, just camps on the girth of the leader. Beer Garden gets a nice camp behind them. Night Love on the fence, and then there's a wall of horses. Northern Sun under hard riding. Out wide Quarat. Circuit Star's already got the whip pulled, and Star Empire is going to be last. He's got a lot to come up from the back of the field. King Zoostar overtakes him as they turn for home in race 5. Beer Garden out wide. He's got a claim. He's going to have to look to try and peg him back. Coming into it, Night Love, Circuit Star out on the middle of the track, but the leader's tearing away here, King Zoostar. Nunez gives him a push and a shove, and he comes into the last 200 metres. He's got a good buffer here over Beer Garden, and it's going to be King Zoostar. The money was landed. The bets are good, and he salutes with Manu Nunez getting a double. Beer Garden gets in for second. Northern Sun caught the eye to run into third. And then we go back to Night Love, who's not too far away from him. Circuit Star had a horrible run, caught out wide most of the race, as too did Quarat. And Halushka is second last. He set the tempo early. And pulling up last is Star Empire. He was out the back the whole way. Signals given, thunder rolling in the distance, the gates open and away they go. In a nice line, Olympia began well. He's going to sit in second for now as Samurai Express shoots over for the lead. Favourite just happy to sit second, about a length and a half away. Making up ground out wide, Samurai Express as to his high limit. And then we go back there to I'm a Conqueror, and the tail enders of the field we have Winning Power, and he's racing there alongside Decreto, and at the tail of the field, Victorum will see them all. As they swing around the home bend and head to the 600 metre mark, it's Samurai Express who sees them out. Race favourite Olympia gets a dream run for Ronnie Stewart out wide there in his Supersonic Surprise. High Limit covering a bit of ground back then to I'm a Conqueror, and the tail enders of Decreto, Victorum, and Winning Power is back on the inside rail. Swing for home and just under 400 metres left to go. Olympia looks to be travelling well for Ronnie Stewart. He hasn't asked a question on the race favourite. Samurai Express seems to have the measure and trying to keep on tackle of him, but he gives him a shove now, Olympia, and he starts to get a bit of a momentum and draw away. Coming into it there is I'm a Conqueror. Out wide, Decreto's starting to make up some ground and diving between I'm a Conqueror, and they go to the line. Oh, it's close. Favourites struggled to get there on the line, and there's been a couple of throw their hat in the ring for the win. And I speak of High Limit, I'm a Conqueror, and out wide Decreto. Olympia might have finished fourth, judging at that, and he really was on tired legs that last 50 metres. Back then to Winning Power, Samurai Express. And a long way at the back there, we have Supersonic Surprise pulling up with horse number 3, and that is Victorum. John Pepe presses a button and away they go after all that mishap. Beginning well is War Commander from a wide start. Booting up his Street of Dreams, the 3-year-old son of Dundeel. He's going to look to lead him up here, so a surprise leader. Giving chase there is Blazing Kid just behind the speed. Captain Legacy using the rail. No more delay, 3 wide, but he's not far away from the leaders. War Warriors even wider, worse in midfield. Back then to Shang-Chi racing the outside of Prodigal. And then we have Iolami racing second last, and Graviton. We'll see them all at the tail. First 424.06 as they swing around to the 600 metre mark. It's Street of Dreams in front. Back then giving chase to War Commander. No more delays in a pouncing position, and he's not giving these leaders too much room. Back then to War Commander. Blazing Kid is fourth on the rail. Shang-Chi getting out to the middle of the track. Back on the inside there is Prodigal, and at the tail end is Captain Legacy, Graviton, and out wide Iolami starting to get a shake-up. War Commander set sail for home. No more delays, giving chase for Benny Woodworth. These two draw away from the rest. Shang-Chi looks to run on into a minor placing, but these two are well clear from the rest of the field. War Commander in front. No more delay, starting to peg him back. No more delay, goes past War Commander, and they go to the line. Heads up, heads down. I think No More Delay on the outside gets it. War Commander boxed on well to make a fight of it. Shang-Chi in for third. And then we go back to Iolami, who's come from well last and caught the eye running in behind that pack. Graviton made up some ground. Prodigal didn't have that turn of foot. He's pulling up next to War Warrior. Captain Legacy, after using that rail, wasn't a factor. Street of Dreams knocked up, but he's going to look for further. And Blazing Kid, he's pulling up rather quickly. Signals given, presses a button, and away they go. Don De La Vega looking positive, as to his Axel, but Summer Wind in the lime green colours is going to shoot across for Zaki and look to get the lead. Mesmerising, digging up there for Ronnie Stewart. So Don De La Vega just tucked behind them with Axel. And as they start to make the point of the turn, it's a wall of horses looking for a spot. Amore's out 3 wide. Back then to the grey Malibu Beach. King Louis got outside of horses. I think that's where he wants to be. Nordic Gem racing on the inside rail. And Shepherd's Him, the favourite, is 3 wide. Worse in midfield, racing outside of Queen Lagatha. St. Alwyn second last, and Mystery Power is at the tail. Summer Wind stretches them out and leads them up in 25.95 for the opening section. He goes ahead by Amore, mesmerising as they start to string out now. Axel's holding the fence, and outside of him, Don De La Vega in a good spot for Bayless. Nordic Gem just racing wide. Shepherd's Him starting to pick a few runs, and he's still covering a fair bit of ground. Malibu Beach behind him. Nordic Gem is back the worse in midfield. And then we go to Queen Lagatha, St. Alwyn, and Mystery Power at the rear. So they start to head to the 600 metre mark, and Summer Wind starting to get a shake-up. The pressure's being poured on by Amore, mesmerising, getting right ridden, as to his Axel, and the Summer D's have a fair bit of ground to make up. And then we go back to King Louis looking to peel out in the middle of a track. The favourite Shepherd's Him is just behind him. Queen Lagatha and Mystery Power looking to get to the middle of a track. And the rest of these have a fair bit of job to do. But Amore set sail for home. And he's given them all something to chase here up in class. Axel boxing on, the favourite Shepherd's Him, but he is shot clear here, Amore, and he's drawing away into the last 50 metres, giving chase Shepherd's Him, but he's left the run too late. Amore gets the job done. Back-to-back wins. Shepherd's Him, another placing there for him. Axel was a surprise running third. Mystery Power caught the eye, but was too far too late for him. He's finished fourth. And then we go to Queen Lagatha, St. Alwyn, mesmerising. Don De La Vega had the run, but couldn't finish off. King Louis, Nordic Gem, Summer Wind after leading was one of the last to pull up with the grey Malibu Beach. attention, but the flag's up now and he lets him go. Resurgence was a little bit tardily away, as too was Legacy Warrior, who just doesn't want to take any part in the early races, and Harry Chasm's having to shake him up. Speed up front, good catch on the rail, Broadway Success and the Wild Prince, so they're going extremely quick here to try and get a position. TH Co's got the bat in the right hand and he's using it early. Limbs Hopefully's tucked away in fourth. Big Mary 3 wide at the moment. Even wider is One Way Ticket. And then we go back to Stella Polare with Resurgence, and Legacy Warrior, he's tacking on to the second last horse, but still a long way off him. The Wild Prince leads him up in 24.63. It was a charge for the Brigade early. Broadway Success camps away there, and then we go to Limbs Hopefully. Good catch. He wasn't able to lead, so he's under a lot of pressure. Out wide there is in the blue. We have One Way Ticket, who's looping around them with Big Mary. Back then to Resurgence, Stella Polare, and at the tail is Legacy Warrior. They swing for home in race number 9, and the Wild Prince looking to go back-to-back, but One Way Ticket's giving chase now. He's starting to peg the margin back and going up and down to the one spot. Broadway Success and Limbs Hopefully. Nothing looks to be challenging these two. The Wild Prince and One Way Ticket, they're going to fight it out as they start to draw to the line. He's not giving in, the Wild Prince. One Way Ticket, the Wild Prince, they go to the line. Oh, that's close. Another photo. The judges are having a field day here this afternoon. They've gone to the line together and they were breaking away from the rest. In Limbs Hopefully, Resurgence made up some ground. Pulling up there is Broadway Success with Big Mary, who was struggling to come into it. Back then, good catch after failing to lead. He was never a chance. And Stella Polare second last with Legacy Warrior. He was slowly away and didn't want to get going in those early stages. Presses a button and they're off in the Crangier. Fame Star broke away well. Entertainers making use of that inside draw. Sailor V camps away in third, one off the fence. Back then to Sacred Rebel, who's in fourth, a couple of lengths away from the leaders. Now you see just behind him, Sacred Gift gets back to second last, and at the tail of the field is Gold Star. They swing around to the first corner here in race number 10, and it's Fame Star setting the tempo. He's letting them run along a bit with Entertainer camped in second. 23.81 is the opening section. Sailor V starts to move up into second and plot the course to join the leader. They've drawn away here from Now You See. Back then to Sacred Rebel, dropping back through the field. Sacred Gift, his stablemate, whips around them. And Gold Star's going to come from the back, but he's got the speed that he wanted. And they're crawling along here in race number 10. Fame Star sees them out. Sailor V's getting a shove along to get up there and get alongside the leader. Entertainer looks to be going on the one spot. Now you see Sacred Gift looks to be coming into it. If anything's making up ground, it's him, as to his Gold Star second last, and you can forget about Sacred Rebel. They come to the last 200 metres. Sailor V sets sail for home. Louis Beauzelon gets going on the mare that he knows so well. Running into it is Sacred Gift and Gold Star, but it's all Sailor V, and it means this is life, and this is her win again. Out wide, Gold Star looks to have got second. Back then to Sacred Gift in third in a close photo. And then we have a line of Fame Star. Now you see significant margin back to Entertainer and Sacred Rebel. Well, he was dropping back at the field at the 600 metre mark, but Sailor V, she gets the win here at $12 and 5.1, and that's her 8th career victory in 16 starts. She's a Group 3 winner, and she's now 3 from 3 at the Poly Track 1200 metres, and she's a classy mare. Starter presses a button and they've broken a beautiful line. Best of the day. King Arthur's showing speed, but as out wide, Sky Eye, as expected, is really tearing across for TH Co. Ararat Lady is happy to camp just in a 3-wide position at the moment to see where they're going to sort their order out. Happy Moment uses the inside fence to make it harder for those two outside of him. Back then to Webster, worse in midfield. Second last Hugo, and Spirit of Big Bang is just happy to cruise at the back of the field. So they swing to the first corner here in race number 11, and it's Sky Eye who sees him out. He's come from a wide gate to find the rail. Ararat Lady camped on his 3/4 lengths behind in second. King Arthur in third. Back then to Happy Moment, Hugo. Second last, Webster, and Spirit of Big Bang still sees them all. They turn for home, and Sky Eye sets sail for home on the corner, but Ararat Lady is staking the claim in second. King Arthur peels off her heels to get a crack at him. Happy Moment behind them. Coming out in the middle of a track is Hugo and Spirit of Big Bang, but King Arthur and Ararat Lady go up to Sky Eye. Happy Moment looks to come into it. King Arthur's overtaken Ararat Lady. She's not picking him up. Out wide, Spirit of Big Bang. King Arthur, Spirit of Big Bang from the back gets the job done, and Bozelon loves it as he stands in the irons. Happy Moment might have just got second over to King Arthur. They really made up ground from that hot speed. Sky Eye was back on the inside rail. Ararat Lady really weakened. We haven't seen the best of her. And then we go back to Webster and Hugo at the tail end. Gates open and away they go. He jumped well the bullet. He's going to use that inside rail and follow it to get to the front. Water Rocket looking for speed, as to Bionics. Out wide, Lonro Gold is 4 deep at the moment, and they're looking to inject a bit of speed into the race. Kassab's going to get that nice camp in 5th position, and he's going to tow the rest of the field up, followed by Mr. Dynamo, Surfy Boy. Back then to Rocket Ship, who didn't have the speed early. Going back there to Fireworks, towards the tail, Basilisk, Royal Commander, and at the tail of the field, Lady Sprintbok. Scooting along in 23.78. They are absolutely flying, and it's in front the Bullet, who is now joined by Water Rocket to put the pressure on. Out wide, Bionics come into it, Lonro Gold, and Surfy Boy looking to make up ground. Mr. Dynamo, Kassab starting to poke through in the white and blue, and they're giving chase. Water Rocket's overtaken the Bullet. I don't think the favourite's going to be winning from there. Water Rocket and Kassab giving chase. Back then to Surfy Boy, but Kassab shoots past Water Rocket, and Geraldine Siao sets sail for the winning line, and she's going to win the last. A nice first up victory. Water Rocket snagged second. Surfy Boy caught the eye into third. And then we go back to Rocket Ship, who made up a little bit of ground with the fast finish in Fireworks. Now back then, worse in midfield is Mr. Dynamo, Royal Commander, Lady Sprintbok, the Bullet. Well, those early sectionals really told at the end. They were scooting along early. And then we go back to Basilisk, and at the tail of the field, Bionics. He looked to be a threat, but wasn't able to finish off the race.